Are you sick and tired of always saying yes, but you really mean no? Have you ever said yes to something you didn't want to, just to make that other person happy? Do you put other people's needs before your own? Have you valued other people's opinions before your own? If so, you're really going to want to keep watching. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how you can change your life by following just a few simple steps. Plus, I'm going to guide you through a powerful exercise to reflect on your needs and how you can communicate them. This is going to change your life, enhance your relationships. By the end of this video, you'll be on your way to living a better life and enjoying more balanced relationships. And altogether, thriving as a happier, more courageous you. Hi, I'm Robyn. I'm a transformational therapist and a coach and the founder of the Boundary Club. Using boundaries, I help people speak up for themselves. Boundaries are like a demarcation line. They help to define how people treat you. Boundaries define me from you. Having boundaries shows people how you want to be treated. Unlike demands, which seek to control you, boundaries are born from your values and what generally works for you. Boundaries are important because they give you the power to say no. They're like the freedom to put yourself first. A boundary could be not letting people speak over you at a meeting. Another boundary could be not explaining why you can't do a favor. Saying no is a complete sentence. So there are 3 types of boundaries: rigid, weak, and healthy boundaries. Imagine boundaries as a spectrum, with rigid boundaries on one end and weak on the other, with healthy boundaries sitting right in the middle. When your boundaries are really clear, you usually have a higher level of self-esteem and they contribute to good mental health. You see, when you advocate for yourself, you show people how to treat you. Rigid boundaries are like a solid wooden door which can't be opened. Weak boundaries are like a screen door. They allow anything to pass through. And frankly, people get to walk all over you. A healthy boundary is a normal door, and you get to choose whether you want to open it or not. Your boundaries determine who you let into your life and how people treat you. Boundaries determine your own self-esteem and well-being. Boundaries permeate every aspect of your life. Boundaries are game changers in relationships because they create the space for honest and real conversations and real communication. Many of us carry a false belief that we always have to say yes and put others' needs before our own. When you think about boundaries, it's a bit like being on a plane. You put your oxygen mask on before you put someone else's on. Being kind is a beautiful trait, but it shouldn't come at the expense of your own self-care and mental health. Having no boundaries or weak boundaries leads so many of us to burnout, frustration, and sometimes having no boundaries leads to a lot of anger. We give away our time, our resources, and we feel depleted, and yet we still beat ourselves up. The truth is, your needs matter too. Your needs are just as important as everyone else's. So now I'm going to take you through an exercise that's all about establishing, communicating, and setting healthy boundaries. Get ready to put yourself first. Firstly, I want you to take a moment to reflect on what you truly need. Make a list of any needs that you have that you're not expressing or asking for. This could include speaking up for yourself, managing your commitments, and setting healthy boundaries with family and friends. So once you've done that, now ask yourself, what are your core values and desires? Next, identify areas where you need to establish strong boundaries. And the final question is, where do you feel resentment brewing? Resentment may be the result of not speaking your truth and feeling that you can't say no. So I want you to really dig into your emotions here. You see, the more clarity that you have, the easier it will be to set healthy boundaries. Now that you've established what you need and where you need to set boundaries, the important thing is to start small. Set small boundaries daily so you can build up the muscle. Practice, practice, practice. An example of a really small boundary is no. No, I can't come to the party tonight. I'm really tired. Start small like this and work your way up to bigger boundaries. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. Remember, be really kind to yourself throughout this process. So just to recap, know your limits. Check in with yourself before agreeing to plans and requests. Are you truly up for this? Be honest with yourself. Knowing your limits prevents you from overextending yourself and feeling burnt out. Learn to say no. Practice phrases like, I can't take that on right now. I don't have capacity for this at the moment. You do not owe excuses. Saying no means no. It's important to communicate your needs clearly, kindly, but firmly. Take time for yourself. Do activities that nourish you, not that you feel obligated to do. Taking time for yourself allows you to become the best version of yourself. And finally, you matter too. Your feelings, your time, your thoughts are just as valid as everyone else's. Keeping this perspective helps you to maintain a healthy balance in your life. Boundaries are self-care. They are not selfish. Maintaining healthy boundaries is maintaining your self-worth. So I can tell you a little bit about people-pleasing. I was a fully paid-up member of the people-pleasing club. I was a chameleon, and I was able to twist and turn myself to fit into any social situation until I learned that people-pleasing and being nice wasn't nice for me. So remember, you matter too. Don't spread yourself too thin. Remember to set your own boundaries. It's important to communicate them because otherwise people won't know what you need. Start small, communicate with love, and make yourself the priority. So now we want to hear from you. Please let us know if this has resonated or helped you. Please like and subscribe for more transformational videos.